Alright, now welcome back to another Light City tutorial. Today we're going to be editing. This is the updated version of how to edit pictures for Light City Media. So yeah, today we're going to just work on a couple pictures. So we're in Lightroom Classic right now. If you don't have Lightroom Classic, make sure to download it from the Creative Cloud. And the first thing, you should be able to see this. Make sure you're in library mode, and we're going to add a folder. So if you don't know how to import, firstly import from an SD card onto a computer and then import from the computer to Lightroom. I have another video. I'll try and put the link to it in the description to this YouTube video so that you can go ahead and watch the beginning of that, and you should be able to know how to do all that. So we're gonna move on. So go to folder, add folder, wherever you saved your pictures, make sure to just go there. And yeah, we're just gonna import the folder as a whole. So I'm gonna select this folder and it should come up like this. I only have a couple pictures in here. I'm gonna go ahead and import it. Okay, so all my pictures have been imported. I'm gonna switch to the loop view right here. Just so I can see it better. So I'm just gonna go through the pictures and see which ones I want to actually edit. So this is the filtering process. So in order to filter some pictures out, we wanna remove the pictures that we don't wanna use or edit. So we're gonna go to unrated, and then using my numbers on my keyboard, the pictures that I don't wanna use, I'm gonna press 1 on my keyboard and it'll disappear. And for the ones I do want to keep, I'm going to give it a 4 on my keyboard. So I'm going to give this a 4. I think that's usable. This is a 1. I wish we could see more faces here, but I'm just going to give it a 4 for the purpose of the video. Yeah, let's give this a 4 as well. I love the quality of this picture, but I don't think they would use this picture. So 1. Oh, that was supposed to be a 1. This is definitely a 4. I really like this picture. I'm gonna give it a 4. 1, 1. So yeah, her face is not in focus, but her notebook is, or more so, this person is in focus. So otherwise, this would have been a great picture. This would have been a fantastic picture, but I'm going to give it a 1, unfortunately. Same thing here. The person is out of focus. I'm not sure what is in focus here. I think this guy here is in focus. I'm going to give that a 1. So now that I've, rated all my pictures, I'm just going to put in the star rating here. So I'm going to go to 4, and you can see all the pictures that I chose or selected. I accidentally selected one of these. Yeah, this is a 1. So I'm just gonna press 1 and it's gonna disappear. So I have 5 pictures here that I'm gonna be editing. So let's just go ahead and start editing. So let's go to develop. And in here, you'll be able to see all your settings. Just a quick run through of all these different settings. I would always suggest, if you're unfamiliar with a setting, just go to the extreme, or just move it around to the extreme to see what it does. So if I move it, you can see it becomes very warm. If I move it this way, you'll see that it becomes very blue. If I go back to the original, you want to find a balance. So you don't want it to be too blue, you don't want it to be too orange. So go somewhere in the middle. I think I usually prefer to make our pictures slightly warmer. And yeah, around this number, 5,650 is usually a warmer color. So I'm gonna leave this alone because I feel like this is fine. But one thing you'll notice is that his face is overexposed. So I already know that I'm going to exposure, and I'm gonna bring it down to, let's say, -20, 0.20. And it already looks a lot better. I think we can go a little bit more, 25. And then let's bring the contrast in. If you don't know what contrast is, it basically increases the amount of contrast between the darkest parts and the lightest parts of the image. So if we go back to the original, it's more flat, but if you bring in the contrast, you can see the darker areas and the lighter areas are getting, the contrast between the two is increasing. So I don't think we need to put too much of this. I'm gonna give this a 6. I prefer to keep things subtle. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to highlights. I think I can use highlights to decrease the amount of light in the image. So the brightest points in the image, the highlights is going to attack that. So I'm going to, yeah, let's say minus 23 for that. Shadows, I think we can do with a couple shadows here and there. So if you increase it, it's going to remove more of the shadows. If you decrease it, you're going to get more of the shadows in there. So let's find the balance here. Let's say minus 20. Let's say minus 20 for that. The whites, I'm sure you already know what that is. I'm going to decrease my whites a little bit. And you can already see that it made quite a difference. But once again, balance is important. Let's go minus 24. All right, so I do like that. I'm gonna increase the blacks just to make his hair a little bit darker. So did I make it lighter or darker? Okay, so yeah, I wanted to make his hair a little bit darker. So yeah, let's stay around here. I think this is a good number. Hopefully by now you're getting a good sense of how to adjust things to make the picture look better. So in terms of everything else, I don't feel like we need to mess around with these. We probably will mess around with these different settings in different pictures, but for now, I'm satisfied with this picture. The only thing I will add is saturation, which is just, the vibrance of the image, the color of the skin. If you want to make the skin warmer, we can add a little, and you can see there's a slight difference to his face here. So that is picture one done. We're going to move on to the next picture.